Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 872. I am your host, Matrixlord212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations.
All right, so I wanted to do this Real Whovians cast because we didn't really cover the Doctor Who Children in Need special where they showed a clip of the return of Dr. Mysterio, okay? What did you think about it?
Thought it was quite interesting. Let's put it that standpoint. And the fact that they were like thousands of feet on the whatever floor, and the guy goes, that glass can only be broken by such and such amount, and then the guy just like, hey,
I know that this is going to be controversial, what I'm about to say, and I do apologize. As you know, I've been watching Doctor Who since I was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
Actually, like 4 or 5, okay? And basically, I went through the cancellation the first time, okay? So the BBC really need to stop cutting Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
Stop airing one episode a year. Stop taking off. Stop splitting the seasons. We lost like about 3 or 4 seasons already, right? You cannot do this anymore in existence because people move on, fans get fed up, and when it comes time to return,
people are going to go, oh, it's back, and they're probably like 3-4 episodes in when they even realized it.
Not only that, but you better have something really spectacular to show at Christmas, like OMG. Not some stupid thing where he's eating sushi and it's supposed to be in New York and a superhero. Doctor Who needs to stop getting cornier than F.
Yeah.
Okay? My kids don't even have any interest in seeing the Christmas special. I'm not really 100% interested. And it's pretty sad because our main show is the Real Whovians cast. So if I'm not motivated, that's bad. So
the Christmas episode, to me, the Christmas episode should be one centered around him re-meeting Susan or re-meeting one of the old original cast members. And like I've always said, if they're going to do Susan, the best way to do it is to have Jenny, his daughter, and River Song being the ones to meet her first, and then the Doctor comes in and go, oh, you met my granddaughter. Because they could have even done it during Matt Smith's, and the little play on, and they could have easily played on his age. Go, listen, I may be young, but I'm still your grandfather. They could have brought her back then.
Right. My thing is that you get a break for a year, you come back with a Christmas special, and then you get a break again. We can't have that.
No.
Right? If they were coming back this Christmas, they should have had a micro season that was every week in January. 4 weeks in January and Christmas would have been a 5-episode mini season as a teaser to what you get for Series 10.
They could have even done it for a YouTube thing to get people at least prep. No, I don't want to say prep, but at least wet their whistle so that way when the Doctor does return in April, we had something. They could have done, like I've always said, they could have done another animated series. If you didn't want to do him with Clara, fine. Do it as a solo adventure. Or have him come up with some in-between companion between Clara.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried that Series 10 is not going to be anything special. That we're going to get more of the same, and everybody's really waiting for Chibnall because, I mean, again, like Moffat, you only have a couple episodes. I mean, you have like 13 episodes, but you have a Christmas special, another Christmas special. You got to do something unbelievable. You got to answer questions. Doctor Who needs a change. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I want Peter Capaldi to stay, but I want the change to be with Peter Capaldi. I want him to stay. I want Chibnall to do something that's going to turn the show on its ass.
Yeah.
Okay, because right now it's a damn joke. There's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of loss. There's no sense of like seriousness. The villains, he's talking the villains to death. There's nobody that's like, oh my God, these people are going to wipe these people out. It's a joke. I mean, even in class, the kid lost his leg, and he gives him another leg. It's just like a joke already. Like, you shouldn't be able to go. The doctor, he's going to this whole race, and the race doesn't do anything. You know, in class, like they're just like there. Oh, it's a doctor. We can't fight him. Like, this is stupid now. Okay, so you can't even do episodes anymore. Then I mean, we need something that's gonna some sense of. You know what I would do? This is what I would do. Well, how about you're Peter Capaldi, right? Then he regenerates, okay? Because the way it looks...
From what I'm saying, I don't know if it's true or not, but there was some talk about him maybe regenerating.
Right.
And being back into the young... I don't want to say he's back into that of David Tennant, but he would be that age group, around David Tennant, Matt Smith's age.
Yeah. So you know what you do? You regenerate him young, but he has no friggin' memory of who he is. He knows how to operate the TARDIS. He knows whatever. So it makes it dangerous. Because now he doesn't remember anybody. But the only thing he has a knowledge of is the TARDIS, and that he has to be, save the universe. And he's the doctor, but he doesn't know who the hell these people are, because something goes wrong with the regeneration, or something happens when he regenerates.
And he jumps within.
No jumps.
Well,
something happens where somebody does something to the regeneration where he cannot remember who he is, and the whole season or 2 or 3 tries to remember or find out who he is. So he's going all over the universe. Or something, and just knock the show on its ass, really. Okay, because
that could be a good way, and at the same time, that could be a good way of either returning the Ronnie or even the Black Guardian.
Whatever. I mean, even if they change the laws of time or something, the show is predictable.
Well, I was about to say they could do another. I don't want to say Turlo thing, but sort of. His companion or one of his companions could be actually working for Lurani or the Black Guardian, or it could be even a good segue into the Valyard. The Valyard is trying to come forth, and that screws with his memory, so the Valyard could try to come in, take over like he could.
Well, that's the thing. You could have his villains manipulate him and say, you're really evil or something, Yeah. And the thing is that have it where like Davros is facing off in the doctor, like a young doctor, and he doesn't want to kill him or do anything because he don't even know who he is, so he feels like bad or something. Like it's like, but in a way, the doctor has to get himself together. Like that's the whole thing. In the end, the doctor knows who he is. But let's throw reveal some new things about his past, or do something that's gonna like maybe Susan has to say, "This is who you are. I'm your granddaughter." Like, one day I'll come back. Well, he comes back, but he don't even know who she is. Like, just do something crazy. I mean, we need something that's going to happen in Doctor Who to make it fresh, to breathe life into it. I want it to be with Capaldi, But right now, like, Moffat is just poisoning the waters. I love Moffat.
It's like he's just writing a story to write a story.
You got to stop these corny friggin' Christmas specials, man. I mean, everybody wanted the River Song Singing Towers, but did you have to do that stupid, corny-ass husband without the head and all that crap? Yeah. That was garbage. It's like, let's get it together. Let's have a Weeping Angel scary horror story. Like if somebody dies, somebody dies. If Osgood dies, she dies for good. That's it. Stop with the bringing everybody back.
Yeah.
I mean, we all wanted Osgood back, but you didn't even use her. So what's the point? What's the point of bringing Osgood back if she's not going to be a companion, or she's not going to be used to the show? You wasted it on a Zygon thing. That's dumb. Let's go.
And the unit storyline, that first one.
Unit's a joke.
It's still just it irks me.
First of all, if that's what happens with Kate Stewart leading Unit, then have Kate Stewart not lead Unit. Maybe the Brigadier out of the kids. Maybe that comes out. I mean, let's see.
I did when I redid the when I re-edited the '96 movie, which I did a pretty good job at, by the way. I'll say that much. Sorry, folks. I can't.
So you just did a project and you decided to re-edit it the way you wanted it.
Yeah, what I did was I re-edited to where the instead of the iHarmony plot line, I had it as a peace accord that the Master was trying to disrupt.
Oh.
And I brought back Mike Yates. He was going to be head of public relations of unit.
So what footage did you take from it?
I didn't use any footage. I mean, it was just something that I scrolled together. Like,
you're writing, whatever, right? Okay.
Yeah, a little write-up here. And then I had set it up to where he had an adopted granddaughter who's not only a member of unit, but was at the same rank as Mike was.
Okay.
And at the end, the way I set it up was the Master had tweaked his tissue compression eliminator to cause people to see the peace attaché who everybody was waiting for,
right?
Them as the Master, but because the Brigadier, of course, her adopted grandfather, had told him, and between Mike as well, had told them two different stories of what he looked like. That's why she really couldn't see the Master for the Eric Roberts.
I got an idea. How about you do this? Kate Stewart has constantly talked about her daughters. She's two daughters, right? Have the daughters be the new leaders of unit. Ooh. Have a young daughter in her 20s, right? That's like a militaristic, hard, rough soldier that she trained directly with her grandfather.
Yeah.
And that the doctor, a young doctor, encounters her. She becomes the companion. But she's the leader of units.
Yes.
And you could put her back, but she don't want to be the companion. But she has to be the companion because he's going to get himself killed because you don't know who he is.
The whole
and it's her job, and as some unit members travel with him. So in other words, this will be the reverse. Instead of being trapped on Earth, unit is trapped with him in the TARDIS, making sure they protect him from being killed. And they go around trying to solve something with Earth, but all off-world with him until he gets his memory back, and then they get back to Earth.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic story. Because you have all these members that will be part of his companions, but they'll be unit-centric. You know? Maybe 6 or 7. Okay? Guys, women, whatever. But then they each have personality. They each bring something to the table, and it's like something completely different to Doctor Who, where it's reminiscent of Pertwee, but worse. That units with him in the TARDIS can't get back to Earth because he don't even know how to get back because he don't know, his brain is all shuffled. And they're going from place to place, Skaro, this place, that place, battling all these buildings.
Each episode, I don't want to say he regains his entire memory.
Each time he regains a little bit.
Yeah, because there's a book that I got called The Eighth Doctor.
Well, you could do it like a key to time type of thing, where he has this thing where this villain did something to him, and he has to form this thing to get his memory back 100%. So every time he finds these people, you put it together, and he gets his memory.
Here we go. I got one. Bring back the Fod Watch. Someone had covertly used the Fod Watch to the Doctor and had taken that watch, and the only thing they know, and somehow I don't want to call it a sliders or a quantum leap type of thing, but with each adventure or each storyline, they find like bits and pieces on who it is who's taken that watch.
Right.
And it doesn't even have to be chronologically. Once again, it could be like, okay, this person landed here. And then at the end you find out, or near the end you find out that the way they did, they actually just hopscotched around. But it was actually the Fod Watch, which somebody used on the Doctor. And
what you could do is,
or try to
plan it out. You could plan it out. Okay, Series 11, is the first part, section.
Yeah.
So in other words, by the end of series 11, he still don't know who he is. So you could do 2 series out of it. Series 11 and series 12. With the finale of series 12, he completely knows who he is. And then it goes off where now we have a Doctor that's complete, and now he goes off on other things. But we could have a Doctor that's like 20 years old or 21, because in case they want to do more than 2 seasons, maybe they want to do 4 seasons where you're searching for these parts to find out who he is. And then after that, then you could do a completely different thing. But let's shake it up a little bit, man. Let's have fun with it. You know, but maybe we should have Capaldi, like, maybe do it with Capaldi. Do it where Capaldi is suffering from the effects of that device because it was set for a human setting, and he's Time Lord, but it's screwing him up where his memories he's starting to lose all his memories. And then what happens is by the time, you know, each time it's like he's a new person, but he's still the Doctor because he's losing his memories, you know? So maybe we could do that, and then when Capaldi regenerates, then it's totally, he doesn't solve it, and then he becomes younger, and then it's worse.
How did I set that up? I set it up to where I set the thing up, like I said, I always thought it would have been kind of smooth to have Clara actually be a cloister wraith. And she...
I don't even know we still don't even know what a cloister wraith is.
Yeah, I know.
What do they do? I don't know. What are they?
Yeah, but still have her set up as a cloister wraith.
Right.
Then have... And of course, our all favorite person leaves because they notice how dark she's becoming and never.
Oh, his shoulder. Is that what you're talking about? The forehead thing? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, you like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm like, sure.
Realized how dark she was going.
Right. She's never coming back, though.
But that whole thing, because she was a cloister wraith, that's why it affected the Doctor the way it did. He was slowly losing his memory.
I'm not happy with the way it happened with the Clara thing. I don't like any of it. I would wipe that. I would fix the whole thing where, you know, he remembers her completely. Honestly, to this day, I keep saying it, I would shake the audience up. I would have David Tennant bump into Ishilda and Clara, and he's like, "What's up, Clara?" Like, he still has his memory. He's like, "So am I still dying on Trenzalore or what?" Like, and you're like, because you don't know what he did before the end of time. You have no friggin' clue. And they said he was watching each companion, right? So he's just like, you know, hey, travel with me a little bit. And then he has to block his memory out so he don't remember that he was with her. So have friggin' Jill Louise Coleman travel with David Tennant for like a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Do like a cool thing where you want to give her a series, like temporarily, like a little mini series with 4 episodes. Throw David Tennant into it as the Doctor, and say, "I don't care. I'm supposed to die anyway. Whatever, man. I'm not gonna." That's it. Like, screw it. You know, that'd be great. People lose their shit.
Oh yeah.
If they show David Tennant with Jill Louise Coleman, and then he says to hell with it, and he finds out about Amy Pond, and he goes saves her and Rory as David Tennant, or he says, "Hey, go here in Pompeii and just like act like, you know," like, because they could tie that in too. They'd be like, "Oh crap," because when they did that cover that time, where he was on the cover with Amy Pond, like David Tennant, you know, and Karen Gillan, and people go, "Oh my God, that'd be great if they were together." Let people lose their shit, basically.
I wasn't able to come up with a good enough plot line for Leela and Smith.
And would they have a baby or something? Is that what they were supposed to do?
What the
They got married.
Is this? The Doctor, Rory, and Amy were on this one planet. It was like, and this young kid comes over and starts asking about a companion, Leela. And what was throwing him off is the last time the Doctor was actually on that planet was actually a week or so after, a week or so from that. then he's trying to figure out, okay, how does this person know about this person? But nonetheless, to make a long story short, the whole thing is that Rory fell through a mirror, and Leela fell through the same mirror, and you find out.
I still don't like the last appearance of Leela with the dimensions in time. That was terrible. I would fix that.
Unless they switched parts doing that. And
why can't they just go all out to BBC and say, look,
I don't know.
We screwed up, all right? We kept Doctor Who from the fans long enough. We are going to put the money behind it because we lost Top Gear, we lost this, we lost that. Screw it. Here's like 10 million, here's 20 million, whatever. We're going to do a secret season. Just like American Horror Story.
Yeah.
Now it's not secret anymore, but they're doing a crossover season, right? They'll do a secret season with David Tennant, Matt Smith, maybe a whole thing behind Paul McGann. And 1 year, like maybe the last year that it's commissioned, in 2020, you have Doctor Who all year long. January, February, March, boom! Seasons everywhere in 1 year. People will lose their shit.
Definitely.
They would lose their shit. You imagine that all the seasons we lost, somehow you have a different team. Somebody's doing Paul McGann episodes. Somebody's doing David Tennant, Matt Smith, like filling in the gaps. And boom, we get a cluster muck of a multi-doctor story. You thread,
big
adventures. That would be great.
Yes.
And why would you have to? Nobody would have to talk to each other. Nobody would have to know what each other's doing. It's just like, all right, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. But then they're filming here, they're filming there, and they're filming there, and then you put it all together. And you go out with a bang where people are like, we want more. And then you commission Doctor Who for another 10 years.
Yes.
Because let me tell you something. It's almost 2017, and Doctor Who is done after 2020.
Yeah.
But we don't want Doctor Who to be done for 2020. So you need to pull your A game out, Chibnall, and take care of that. Because you got a mess. You got to clean up a lot of mess from somebody else. You got to make the fans happy. You need to, make more episodes up. Because it's not enough, man. People don't forget that. No. They'll never forget they were without Doctor Who. There were whole seasons. They want that back. What would be a great thing is to give them back what they want. And don't use excuses with the politics. Oh, we don't have the money.
Come on. Everybody,
what do you have?
Like I say,
what does the BBC have? They're losing everything. So throw money towards your freaking flagship. Get your shit together. Basically.
Look at it this way. Even and chat with Christopher Eccleston. I know he probably doesn't want to come back.
Give him another damn seat. Do something with him.
Yeah.
We'll bring him back and whatever, man. Listen, you know what? There is no rules, okay? Don't make it like the rules. Listen, the person that Moffat has all these crazy rules lately, and everybody's like, yeah, no, shut up. I'm sorry, okay? Bullshit that he can't be with Susan. Bullshit that he can't be with Ian Cheston. Bullshit that he can't look back.
Oh, by the way,
bullshit that the companion is the whole show a Doctor Who and not the Doc. What did you say?
Let's not forget to wish William Russell a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, William Russell.
Late, but.
Yes. Yeah, but bullshit that we can't look back. Bullshit that we can't, too many rules. He's like, oh, we shouldn't have multi-doctor stories. Shut up. You're making so many rules. No old no classic doctors. Get out of here, man.
Like I've always said, to this day, I know I'm beating this like a horse. I know I'm beating it like a dead horse, but I still believe that Moffat must have did something to piss somebody off at the BBC. And that's why they say you can't use the rights for this person. You can't use the rights for this alien or race.
Well, you know what is funny about that? You know what's funny about that? That reminds me. I remember when Russell T. Davies was doing Doctor Who, and he wanted the woman in End of Time to be the Doctor's mother.
Yeah.
And there was some person that had say over Doctor Who, besides the showrunner, that said, no. You can't do it. Who the F is that person?
Yeah.
That basically said, no, Russell T. Davies. And it's like, whoa, because Moffat's got free reign.
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny how Ray and Moffat could do no evil, and
everybody's afraid to tell Moffat no, but he's just like, hey, I'm gonna do superhero for Christmas. They're like, all right, guy, no problem. You go to Comic-Con, you're like, hey, look at this. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's nice.
Now the whole
it's corny. It's corny.
I agree.
Because he makes it corny. He makes it corny.
I think they should set it up to where this kid thinks he's a superhero. I mean, there's something. I mean, he's like,
they're just making it corny. And Moffat needs to just stop it with the nonsense. Stop making it corny, man. You don't have to make it corny.
If you're going to make it corny, do it. If you really want to have a corny thing set up, at the end of it, have like Moffat and they're sitting at at one of those comic book conventions.
Well, what's the thing with the name, Cole?
And you see the people who played the major characters, and they're signing autographs. And come to find out, whoever was doing the writing for us, see, now would that not make a great episode? Sort of like pretty much knocking them on themselves for how stupid and.
I mean, what is this fascination? What is this fascination that Moffat has that when someone's introduced to the Doctor the first time, instead of him just saying, I'm the Doctor, he has to do this bullshit before that. Now it's like, I'm in danger, and some people call me this, but I'm also called the Doctor. Stop being stupid with that nonsense. Just, he's the Doctor, that's it. Don't go into that whole crap speech, wasting time. You know, that's basically it. So that's all I got to say. I want Doctor Who to be fun again. I want Doctor Who to be interesting again. I want people to be interested in doing podcasts on Doctor Who again. And I want it to just have staying power. And right now, it's fizzling out. People are not interested in the Christmas special.
And I think it started doing it. I think it really started petering out with the whole Gaddis to the Eye episode, which to me was stupid.
Some of that stuff, these episodes were just as Zygons and, first parter and just, the whole hybrid thing.
Make an old enemy into a friend, an ally.
When would the Doctor ever give Davros regeneration energy so that way for the next 50 years he could fight Davros again? I don't think so. I mean, that's stupid.
Well, that's the main problem I had with the original series, is that when Davros was introduced, it was like, oh, cool, Davros. And then 20 episodes in, it's, oh, wow, that's Davros. 90 episodes in.
Why couldn't they?
Oh, wow.
Right?
100th in, it's like, I'll say, oh, damn, I was 2 seconds off Davros.
No, but my whole thing is with Capaldi, right? Why couldn't they do a thing where they were torturing where he was going to regenerate, and then they absorbed the regeneration energy? Why didn't they have to give it willingly? That's stupid.
Yeah, that's...
You don't... First of all, the Daleks are supposed to be...
as a kid, that really is...
Yeah, but the Daleks are supposed to be like the Nazis, so why are you giving them energy at all? Why are you giving them energy at all? Like, I think people just don't realize, what they are.
I think they actually ran out of...
He wouldn't do that. He would not do
that end.
But he wouldn't do that. That's stupid.
No, they wouldn't.
Why would you make a villain that's more powerful now that you would have to face for the next? I mean, that's dumb. You got to think these two things through. You wouldn't do stuff like that, even if it's to overload him no.
Like you said in that podcast, it's like, why didn't he grow his legs back if he...
How could you regenerate, but then you can't get your sight back and you can't get your legs back? How does that make any sense? Oh, no, a plot device because he has to be in that chair all the time. No, he's got regeneration energy. He's completely healed. That's baloney.
And that, now, granted, this would have been an interesting thing. This would have been an interesting plot line they could do, is conceal the fact that his sight returned, concealed the fact that his legs returned, and then when the Doctor met him again, either in the future or in another episode, the Doctor thinks, "Yes, I've got you good," and that's when Davros goes, "Really, Doctor?" And that's when he opens his eyes.
Right.
He opens his eyes, and it's just like, oh.
Well, my whole thing is right. There's so many Daleks out there, right? That he don't even know half the times, right? Why do they have to be in communication with each other? Why can't you have factions? Why can't you have a faction that just doesn't want Davros to lead? And
that's what they did with a few of the past episodes.
Right. Remember to the Daleks, they did that thing and they started it, right? Why can't everybody be completely loyal to Davros, and then some are not? And then you have a whole conflict with each other. That would be a civil war like they were trying to do back in the day, remember?
Civil War, here, there you go, Civil War of the Daleks.
Right, and they did that already with Remembrance of the Daleks. They were at war with each other. Do it again. Do it again. But make it better this time. You know? I mean, that thing ended in one episode, they were at war with each other, or a couple episodes. I mean, that's stupid, you know? Listen, you gotta explain why they're not going after the Time Lords, because that's the thing. They're such a big threat that they'll go after the Time Lords. It'll be Time War 2. So make them fight each other. So that way it's like, all right. And also Davros should be having a thing where what's going to happen when he dies? Doesn't he have any family that would take over like the line to be leaders of the Daleks? I mean, why couldn't there be, fit?
Like you also said in the past, surely the Daleks were not his only...
He should create something else other than the Daleks. Why not?
They could have done something like a throwaway. He was trying to create. I'm going to say, let's say the Daleks was like his second or third plan.
Or in other words, he created something that failed, but then they'll come back to quantum.
A throwaway back.
He should do that. He should be like, oh yeah, I tried to create this other race, and I thought they died, but they didn't, and now they're coming back to go after the Daleks or something. Yeah. All right. Anyway, just make Doctor Who great again. All right. Take care. Bye for now.